Hey there, Laker fans. Welcome to Lakers Detailed. This is the game 3, Lakers Wolves post game. The Lakers lose 116 to 104 in a game that basically came down to the last 3 minutes of the game. The Lakers, before we get into the analysis, shout out to all the folks joining the stream. If you guys are on YouTube, or if you guys are on X, you can head over to YouTube if you'd like. Join me in the chat so I can read it. Read any comments or any suggestions or just any thoughts that you guys have on the game. Like, subscribe to Lakers Detail on YouTube. Any support that we can get, we always appreciate it. But yeah, so let's get into this game, man, because this was a winnable game. This was definitely a game that was there for the taking. Game is basically tied with 3 minutes left in the game. The game is more or less tied, and Lakers forgot how to play basketball and just stopped playing offense. So let me pull up the what's it called? The box scores, so we can use that as a frame of reference here. 1 second. All right, so let me pull this up like this and zoom in like that and get rid of the cookies. Boom. All right. So yeah, so the Lakers lose this game pretty much the last 3 minutes of the game. And as they're all coming in, I'll make sure I share your comments. 80 telling from Justin, 80 telling Palinka told you so. Maddie 99, devastating. Felt like such a self-inflicted loss. Okay, yeah. So there were some like real self-inflicted issues in this game. And I feel like it was just kind of all over the place in regards to what it was. So let's start from, let's talk about the good stuff first, because I think the good stuff is the good stuff. It should be rewarded. LeBron was fantastic this game. Let's just start there. Like LeBron was incredible. I thought he was the absolute best at pacing the game for us. He did a fantastic job, like just constantly just scoring, keeping the Lakers in it, attacking the rim. Again, if you guys remember, one of the things I talked about was Braun has to get to that midi. He has to get to that 3-point shot, because when he gets to that early, it opens up the lane for him. And that's quite literally what happened. Like he did this in game 2. He did it today in game 3 too as well. Like he came out, started the game. I think he knocked down a mid-range shot right on Mike Conley. I think he hit 2 mid-range shots, and then he was able to start getting to the rim and getting single coverage at the rim. So I thought Braun did a fantastic job today. I'm really annoyed that we blew a game, not blew, or we lost a game where you get 38, 10, and 7. No, 38, 10, and 4. So 30 and 10 from Braun, 5 threes from Braun. Then you get 20 from Austin. You get 5 threes from Austin. Like it's just, you got really, really spectacular offensive efforts from both of those guys. Each one of them played 41 minutes in that game. It just, again, like I'm just annoyed that we couldn't close this game out. But also, this was a game that Minnesota came out with a lot of energy and a lot of effort. So I thought he played really well. I thought Braun was fantastic this game. I thought Austin was good. There were some spots where he was a little shaky. Austin did have 4 turnovers. Felt like he had a couple of turnovers that were like live ball turnovers, just kind of him over dribbling the ball and dribbling it too much and allowing Minnesota defenders to get their hands on the ball or even if they fouled him and it went uncalled, but just putting himself in a position where those turnovers can be created in general. So otherwise, I thought Austin played a really good game too as well. He opened up the game hitting some timely threes, so it's really, really good to see him knock down those threes, because he was, like Braun, he was having an awful shooting series, especially last game. He was 0 for 6. So I'm glad that he found his jumper this game. After that, it started getting a little shaky for him. Just kind of the physicality. They're going to keep, with Austin, they're going to keep like Anthony Edwards or Jane McDaniels. Like they're not putting small guys on him. Like he's not going to get matched up with Mike Conley very often. Like they're trying to make sure that they deny him the ability to get to the rim. And so he's going to miss shots. But, 5 for 11 from three, I'll take that in terms of just spacing the floor. So, but yeah, I thought there was just some shakiness with his ball handling, and I wonder if that's because of the ball pressure from Minnesota. So I'll definitely watch that on the rewatch. Role players, Jackson Hayes, again, like he's got to find a way to be on the floor. Like he's got to find a way to stay on the floor, because today he wasn't in foul trouble, but he was taking bad angles at trying to block shots. He was like one of the things he wasn't doing is that they would run the guard screens with him, and if he was supposed to switch, he would be behind the screen, so he wouldn't be quick enough to rotate to the guy on the perimeter that was taking like the pick and pop three. So it would be like Naz Reid or Julius Randle or something like that. Like Jackson was just too slow at rotating, and I don't think JJ has the tolerance for him to be that slow when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I thought he just did do a very good job, and that's why he's getting pulled. Like he has to be better, but again, that just might be the limit with Jackson. He might not be sharp enough to do that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. The rest of the guys, I thought Jared Vanderbilt gave you good effort. He had a really stupid turnover where he had the rebound and then he allows Nickeil Alexander-Walker to take it from him, like just because he's just not securing the ball. Like there's moments like that in the game. Jordan Goodwin, again, like it's hard for me to get upset at a vet minimum guy just kind of trying to help you buy minutes and stuff like that. So I thought he was fine. Gabe, again, another guy, I thought he was fine. He had a big three when Minnesota was kind of trying to extend the lead. I think Gabe had a big three off of an offensive rebound. That was really good. I thought his defense was fine. His rotations were fine. But yeah, I thought that's about like all the good that could come out of it. I mean, the Lakers played good defense for the most part. Like they played good enough defense to allow you to, even with all the turnovers they had, they played good enough defense to allow you to basically have this game decided in the last 3 minutes of the game. And so I know that like people are going to talk about individual efforts and stuff like that. And I'll certainly talk about that too as well defensively. But I thought they did a good job. I thought defensively, for the most part, they did a good job. And then obviously towards the end of the game, Ant hits a three when the game is tied to make it 106-103. And then my issue is, okay, so let me talk about that, because I do have an issue with that. That's all the good stuff I want to talk about the players. That's it. I don't have anything else I want to talk about good with the players. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because there was a lot more bad that the Lakers did, right? So let's just talk about the last 3 minutes. I think the game was tied 103-103. The Lakers go into the same coverage that they always do against Anthony Edwards when he has the ball at the top of the three. And Ant hits a three to make it 106-103, which is fine. It was a contested three. I don't actually have issues with that because Lakers have done a really nice job getting him to waste time off the clock to dribble too much and then pass it, like basically start throwing grenades to his teammates. And the Lakers' rotations were decent on the backside. But that stretch at the end of the game, the reason why it hurt them was because the Lakers would let Ant get – so he hits a three, and then there's like 2 or 3 possessions in a row where the Lakers kind of chase the three. I think Luka runs a pick and pop with Rui, and Rui attempts a three, misses it. Then the very next possession, the Lakers swing the ball all the way around, and I think Austin takes a three, and we missed that too. So like the Lakers go to the 5 out, but they kind of like were chasing the home run. Like they were chasing that three over and over again. And the crazy part is the only person who had consistently made threes recently was LeBron. And he was the only one who wasn't taking threes. And so my issue was like that last 3 minutes, my biggest issue was that nobody on the court thought, hey, these guys are closing out super hard to us on the perimeter. If I just use a pump fake, I can go to the rim and get an easy layup. Like they kept chasing the home run. And so because they kept chasing the home run, they became way, way easier to defend. And I thought that was a huge problem down the end of the stretch. And then on the defensive side, I thought the biggest issue was once you started giving up the baseline to Ant, like you had to have the rotations ready for that hammer action pass that goes to the corner or whatever the pass was going to be out to the perimeter. And the Lakers didn't do a good job with that. right? Like you don't have guys like the play where the Lakers forced the shot clock, and you saw Anthony Edwards get upset at Dante DiVincenzo for passing that to Julius Randle. The only reason that play happens is because Austin recognizes that Rui took a bad angle on that baseline. And Anthony Edwards ends up getting that pass to Dante DiVincenzo off. So if Austin doesn't rotate to Dante, he doesn't force that pass. Dante gets a wide open three in that left corner. And so like Lakers got really lucky in that situation. But that was an example of like their common sense of how to defend the positions on the floor just kind of went out the window as soon as like they got tunnel vision on it. Again, like Anthony Edwards drives by LeBron, Rui jumps. Like he's just like almost seems like there wasn't even a shot fake or anything like that. He just jumps way too early, so Anthony Edwards could just euro right past him. So like just stuff like that was really awful. I thought their late game offense was really terrible. Like I thought they were just chasing. They didn't know what to do. They get the timeout. I think they're down 5. They're down 111, 105 or 111, 104 or something like that. Luka drives Julius Randle into the dunker spot and then does nothing with it. Like he just kind of picks it up, gets stuck, and now he's looking to throw grenades. That's what leads to the Braun terrible shot, but that's not really that's just him. Braun just throwing it up because that possession's dead at that point too, anyways. But like just the offensive execution down the stretch of the game, not execution because we got open shots, but the decision making on how to finish those plays, I thought was awful. The last 3 minutes, and I thought Minnesota did a better job. They more or less did the same thing with the isolation stuff. It's just Ant broke containment and was able to get into the paint a little bit more. And then the Lakers didn't rotate. After Ant broke containment, the Lakers for 45 minutes of the game were doing a good job rotating to whoever the open guy was to close out. But the last 3 minutes of the game, they were like, forget it. We're not going to do that. So Ant drives, brings in multiple guys with his gravity, and finds an open Naz Reid for threes. And so, like, again, when you're undisciplined like that late in the game, the teams like this, especially on their home court, they're going to make you pay. So that was probably my in the back, like when I'm thinking about it, playing the game back in my mind right now. That's definitely like the last 3 minutes, that offense just kind of chasing that three, try to go shot for shot and go for home runs. That was really bad. I don't think the Lakers did a very good job in that capacity. But let's talk about the turnovers. Because actually, before we talk about the turnovers, we need to talk about Luka. Because I don't think anybody knew that Luka was sick outside of the Lakers probably. Clearly, the Timberwolves knew he was sick because they started off the first quarter attacking Luka on every single possession. Like, if you don't believe me, go run back, and I'll probably do it. Like, go run back every offensive possession that Minnesota runs in the first quarter. Almost all of them were attacking Luka. Some of them they score, some of them he gets stops, but they were very clearly like, hey, whoever Luka is guarding, go attack him. So I don't know if somebody had told them at the start of the game, or they knew that Luka was sick or something like that, or if that was just their game plan to attack him the entire game. It was effective because like Luka was gassed from being attacked over and over again, and obviously he's tired himself from the flu, or not the flu, sorry, the stomach bug or whatever it was that was affecting him. That was clearly messing him up. He didn't start the second half because he was coming from the tunnel. So whatever it was, I'm not sure what it was affecting him, but like we didn't get any sort of like offensive rhythm out of him today. I was hoping we'd get at least some creation and stuff like that, and we didn't. Like he had some kick out passes to his teammates and stuff like that, but we really didn't get much. And he is the main guy. Like Jaden McDaniels today, when Jaden McDaniels had 30 points today, he led the Timberwolves, which is crazy because Jaden McDaniels isn't necessarily that type of offensive player. But Luka was often in the matchup on Jaden McDaniels, and again, if he can just drive through Luka to get shots at the rim, or if he can just find himself open because he's not being guarded to get shots at the rim, like that's a problem. Like he went 13 from 22 today. He only made 1 3. He got 30 points off of 3 free throws and 1 3. Like, that's unacceptable for a role player. Like, they don't really. He had 22 shots. That just tells you like they were specifically going after whoever was defending him. And so I thought the Lakers didn't do a very good job defending him. And I think like Luka's again, if they went after Luka because they knew he was sick, it is what it is. That I'm not gonna. That's just how it works. But we have to get better defense out of it. That entire first quarter was just going after him, and then eventually they stopped because I think he started getting some stops. But like, just you can't have that. We have to have a better level of. Honestly, we have to have a better level of containment, and he was like genuinely not attempting to play any defense. Like the past two games he's played, like especially last game, he plays really good defense, just kind of sliding his feet, using his body to absorb collisions, stuff like that. But bro, today, oh my gosh, he was like, I could have blown by him. Like that's just how bad his defense was today. And again, like if he was sick, then I get it. Like nobody wants to do anything when they're sick. So I give him credit for coming out there and helping us, and he did certainly help us to some degree. But they were going after him, and that was really tough to watch. So hopefully he feels better in Game 4, and the Lakers can steal it and steal back home court. But like he was off on his floaters, off on his three. He had some uncharacteristic turnovers. Like that Rudy Gobert stealing the ball from him in isolation coverage is going to get like I'm sure every Minnesota fan is going to retweet that to oblivion and say, "Look at Rudy Gobert. He can guard Luka Doncic in isolation." But hopefully he feels better and we get a better game out of him because we really didn't get a good game out of Luka today offensively, and we didn't get maybe an average game out of Luka offensively, but we got a really bad game out of him defensively today. And it just that wasn't good individually. Reading some of the comments here. I got allergies, man. So my nose is all like congested. I'm sure you guys can hear it in my voice. I got some people saying I blame JJ for this loss. So I'm actually curious why you guys think this loss is on JJ because JJ has no feel for the game. Like what is the thing that people think should have been different in order for this game to have been a better coach game? I'm curious to know what people think. But continuing on, so like we talked about the players that play good. We talked about Luka and just kind of what his performance was like. Let's talk about the turnovers. Like the sheer amount of just careless turnovers, careless ones, just dribbling the ball off of your foot. I think Austin had one of those. Just throwing passes to guys. Like there's one of Austin's turnovers. He was dribbling up the court. He has Braun on his right, Vando on his right. Vando's not even looking at Austin. Austin passes Vando the ball, bounces off of Vando, goes directly to a Minnesota player. I think it goes to like Dante DiVincenzo. Again, like just KYP, like know your personnel. Like what are you doing by giving it to Vando 2 feet away from you? Like you're the guard. You are the second, third best scorer, ball handler, whatever on the team. Like just dumb stuff like that. 2 turnovers. The Luka turnover, grabbing the offensive rebound, letting Ant come from behind, strip it from him. I think that ended up being a score. The Vando offensive rebound, allowing Nickeil Alexander Walker come over from the side, slap the ball away from him, and I think that ended up being a 3-point play, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have like the Austin turnovers that I was talking about, like just stupid turnovers like that were happening, like very unforced, like within our control, but we were just playing super sloppy. And again, I don't know if it might very much be the Minnesota ball pressure that's causing it to happen, and the size and the Lakers not being able to adjust to the physical. It was a physical game for sure. It didn't feel like both teams took too many free throws, 15 of 21. Yeah, about 20 free throws each. It actually felt like there was like less than that. Like if you guys know what I mean, like really didn't feel like there's that many free throws that both teams generated. But you're looking here, like Yeah, they only shot 36% from three. It's not like they shot very well from three. But yeah, those turnovers, man. Like it's just the Lakers did such an awful job uh, taking care of the ball. So it like you can't do that. And even then, you had a chance to steal this game with 3 minutes left, and then your offense just completely fell apart. So like I could go through each one of these turnovers and just nitpick at every player, but just collectively as a team, we didn't do a good job with the turnovers. Like that's just the easiest way to describe what it is. And if we had taken care of the ball better, if of those 21 turnovers, if 11 of them were shot attempts instead of being turnovers, do we win the game? Maybe. Like that. That's just the kind of level of sharpness that they have. But again, like if you want to take the upside of this, like LeBron looks good. Austin looks good. We've already seen what Luka looks like, what he looks good. We haven't been able to see all three of them get going at the same time. So that's going to come. I think that's going to come eventually. I thought today would have been the day for that to happen, but apparently Luka got sick. And so like hopefully the Lakers, regroup. This isn't, I'll say this doesn't feel like one of those emotional losses. If that makes sense. Like I've always thought that sometimes there's these losses where like it takes an emotional toll out on your team and it can kind of like take the energy out of your team going into the very next game. This doesn't feel like one of those losses. This feels like one of those like, all right, like we screwed up. Like if we clean this shit up, we'll be much better the next game. So I'll be very curious to see like how they come out. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out just as sharp in game 4. And hopefully if Luka feels better, we get an even better game from him. So it'll be very interesting to see. But yeah, the story of today's game was just the last 3 minutes, that offensive execution in the last 3 minutes was just awful in the sense that like we didn't make any of our shots and we were trying to chase home run plays. Offense and defensive execution, like it's okay if you lose containment of Ant, but don't give him the ability to pass to his teammates wide open threes. Like that was a huge part of what it was. Like those last 3 minutes, and the turnovers. Like your turnovers it was just too much. And so we'll see how the Lakers respond in game 4. But you gave yourself a shot. Braun was masterful. He did an amazing job tonight. And so it'll be really interesting to see just kind of how they regroup and how they lock in. I won't be shocked if the comments after this game are more like Luka just saying he felt like crap and it was his reason, like he's the reason why the Lakers didn't win the game. He takes responsibility for the loss. I expect to see stuff like that. And then I expect, LeBron and Austin to be like, yeah, we just got to lock in for game 4. It's a must win and got to get back home court, come back 2-2, that sort of thing. So look, this is just how basketball works. And Minnesota is a tough physical team, and they're going to be tough and physical. Like they know that's their identity. But the Lakers are working hard to make it a game, despite not having the same amount of size and physicality. We've got to stop with these role players scoring 25 and 30 points on us. Like it just got to stop. That's the only way we win the series if we're all locked in defensively. Like you can see the swings scoring wise. They score 117 in game 1, score 85 in game 2, score 116 in game 3. Like the Lakers control their destiny defensively. So they've really got to get it together. And we'll just see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll cut some tape. I'll record some shorts and stuff like that for YouTube. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying those. But yeah, I don't think this is a team that we can't beat. I think this is a game where it's like clearly whoever sets the tone of the game and decides to be the more physical team and score the paint and grab the rebound, like that's a team that's going to win. Like that's basically how all these games are going. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the Lakers respond to it. But I think they will respond. I thought they were going to show up for this game too as well. And I thought they did a really good job sort of weathering that storm from Minnesota, especially that first quarter. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully Luka feels better and we can get all 3 of our guys on the same page and lock in and take home court back. But yeah, folks, if you're on X, if you do have the time, or if you're on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps the channel go a long way. The channel has doubled in growth, doubled in subscribers in a single season, so that's been really awesome. And I appreciate you guys, and you guys know I do it with Raj too as well. So if you guys can show support to Raj too as well, when he does his writings on SSR, we appreciate you. I appreciate that sincerely. And yeah, I'll usually for the playbacks, if you guys want to see me live, I guess, react live for now. I'm on Coach's Den with the Coach's Den playback guys, or I'm with Bansky on No Narratives on his playback too as well. So I usually go pick one or the two, one or the other, and just kind of watch the game on there if I'm available. But otherwise, Lakers take a loss in Game 3, but the difference in error is not that big. We can definitely take Game 4. I like our chances at taking Game 4 and turning this into a 3-game series. So for wherever you guys are, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Obviously, the Lakers lost, so it won't be as wonderful unless you're a Wolves fan. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if nothing else, I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.